The richest homeless person. You heard that right. This is the story of how a homeless man became a billionaire. In the heart of New York City, where dreams are made and broken, there was a young boy named Howard Schultz who grew up in a poor housing project in Brooklyn. His father worked various low-paying jobs just to make ends meet, which left young Howard with a deep sense of empathy for those struggling financially. But despite the tough economic situation, Howard always had a big dream in his heart. He wanted to be successful and make his family proud, but he never thought that he would one day become the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company. One fateful day when Howard was just 12 years old, his dad had a massive argument with his mom. The fight was so intense that his dad left the house and never came back. Suddenly, Howard's world turned upside down and his family struggled even more than before. His mom had to work long hours to pay the bills, and Howard often found himself alone at home without any food or money. But instead of giving into despair, Howard channeled his anger and frustration into determination. He promised himself that he would never let his family down and that he would do whatever it takes to succeed in life. As time went on, Howard studied hard in school and eventually earned a scholarship to a prestigious university. However, his mother's health started deteriorating due to the immense pressure of providing for her family. Seeing his mother suffer broke Howard's heart, and he knew he had to do something to help her. That's when he decided to drop out of college and join the workforce. At first, Howard tried various entry-level jobs but soon realized that they weren't paying enough for him to support his family and save his mom. That's when he saw an advertisement for a job at Starbucks. Intrigued by the company's mission to provide high-quality coffee and create a warm and inviting atmosphere, Howard decided to apply. When he walked into the interview, he was immediately impressed by the store's design and the friendly staff. It felt like a beacon of hope in the midst of the gritty Seattle streets. And as he learned more about the company, he became even more excited about the opportunity to be part of something special. But little did he know that his journey at Starbucks was just beginning. Howard joined Starbucks as a salesperson and quickly impressed his bosses with his dedication and work ethic. He spent hours learning everything about the business, from making the perfect cup of coffee to understanding the company's financial statements. His passion for the job was evident, and his bosses took notice. They started giving him more responsibilities, and soon he was promoted to store manager. However, Howard didn't stop there. He continued to climb the corporate ladder and eventually became the vice president of marketing. But as he rose through the ranks, he noticed something. There was no real system for promoting employees from within the company. If someone wanted to move up at Starbucks, they had to know someone in upper management. Frustrated by this lack of transparency, Howard decided to take matters into his own hands. He approached the CEO with an idea to create a formal training program for aspiring managers. The CEO liked the idea and agreed to give Howard a small budget to get started. With this newfound responsibility, Howard hit the ground running. He developed a comprehensive training program that covered everything from customer service to financial management. He also created a culture of continuous feedback, which helped employees identify their strengths and weaknesses and develop action plans to improve. But Howard didn't stop there. He also implemented a new performance review system that was based on objective criteria rather than personal connections. This system allowed employees to see exactly what they needed to do to get promoted and provided managers with a clear basis for making decisions. As expected, the results were impressive. Employee morale and productivity soared, and Starbucks became known for its exceptional customer service and strong financial performance. However, not everyone was happy with these changes. Some managers who had been promoted based on their connections started to feel threatened by the new system. They felt that Howard was taking away their power and they weren't happy about it. At first, Howard tried to ignore the negativity, but it soon became clear that he needed to do something about it. He called a meeting with all the managers and explained why he had implemented the new system. He told them that he wasn't trying to take away their power, but rather to give everyone a fair and equal opportunity for advancement. He also asked for their help in implementing the new system and making it work for everyone. Surprisingly, the managers agreed. They realized that Howard was right and that the new system was better for everyone in the long run. From then on, Howard and the managers worked together to implement the new system and make it successful. Howard became known as a fair and impartial leader who was always willing to listen to his employees. He was always available to answer questions or provide guidance, and he never forgot that he started out as a lowly salesperson. This made him extremely popular among the employees who respected and admired him for his humility and fairness. Over time, Howard's reputation as a great leader grew and he was promoted to CEO of Starbucks. Under his leadership, Starbucks became one of the most successful companies in the world. It became known for its exceptional customer service, strong financial performance, and commitment to ethical sourcing and environmental sustainability. Howard's leadership style was a big part of Starbucks' success. He was a true servant leader who put the needs of his employees and customers first. He was always available to listen to their concerns, and he was always willing to make changes based on their feedback. But Howard didn't stop there. He also had a clear vision for the future of Starbucks. He wanted to make it the most recognized and respected brand in the world. To achieve this, he focused on innovation and growth, opening new stores in new markets and introducing new products and services. He also made sure that Starbucks remained true to its values, even as it grew larger and larger. However, Howard's leadership wasn't always smooth sailing. He faced many challenges and setbacks along the way. In fact, he was fired from Starbucks in 2000 after a boardroom coup led by disgruntled investors. But he didn't give up. He fought back and eventually won, regaining his position as CEO and proving that his leadership was the key to Starbucks' success. Today, Howard is considered one of the most successful CEOs in the world. He has led Starbucks to new heights and has become a role model for aspiring leaders everywhere. But perhaps his greatest accomplishment is the impact he has had on the lives of his employees. He has created a work environment that is fair, supportive, and rewarding. He has given thousands of people the opportunity to build a career and provide for their families. And it all started with a simple cup of coffee. But Howard's journey to success was not an easy one. In fact, he faced more obstacles and setbacks than anyone could imagine. One of the biggest challenges he faced was raising money to expand Starbucks. When he first started, he was rejected over 200 times by investors who didn't believe in his vision. They thought that selling coffee was too risky and that there was no way he could compete with established players in the market. But Howard didn't give up. He kept trying to raise money, and eventually he found investors who believed in him and his vision. With their help, he was able to open more stores, hire more employees, and continue to grow the business. Another challenge he faced was competition. From the very beginning, Starbucks had competition. There were other coffee shops on every street corner, and they were all fighting for customers. Howard knew that he couldn't rely on luck to win the competition. So he focused on what made Starbucks different: its people, its products, and its values. He hired the best employees he could find and trained them to provide exceptional customer service. He also focused on quality, sourcing the best coffee beans and roasting them to perfection. And he made sure that Starbucks remained true to its values, even as it grew larger and larger. Despite these challenges, Howard never lost sight of his vision. He always believed that Starbucks could become the most recognized and respected brand in the world, and he worked tirelessly to make that vision a reality. Today, Howard's hard work and dedication have paid off. Starbucks is one of the most successful companies in the world. It is known for its exceptional customer service, strong financial performance, and commitment to ethical sourcing and environmental sustainability. And it all started with a simple cup of coffee. But what makes Howard's story even more remarkable is the fact that he was homeless at one point in his life. Despite facing such adversity, he never gave up on his dream. He used his experience as motivation to succeed and make a difference in the world. If you're feeling down and need some motivation, just remember the story of how a homeless guy became a billionaire. No matter how difficult your situation may seem, it's always possible to turn things around and achieve your dreams. All it takes is a bit of hard work, dedication, and a whole lot of heart. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more inspiring stories.